Most people think of hypnosis as a stage show with swinging watches and people clucking like chickens. But as a hypnotherapist, I see the real version every day. It's much more subtle, and I bet you're doing it to yourself right now. You aren't being hexed by an outside force. You're covertly programming your own brain to be troubled by chronic anxiety. Hypnosis is simply a state of focused attention where the critical factor of your mind steps aside, allowing suggestions to go straight into what is commonly known as the subconscious. With hypnotherapy, we use this for healing, but when you're stressed, your focus narrows and you enter the trance of terror. In this state, every negative thought you have acts as a powerful post-hypnotic suggestion. In hypnosis, we use a technique called future pacing to help clients visualize themselves achieving the goals they want. When you're doing this covert hypnosis on yourself, you're doing the exact same thing but in reverse. The suggestion might be you thinking, what if I fail this presentation? The result, your brain doesn't know the difference between a real or an imagined event. So by asking yourself, what if I fail, and by starting to picture yourself failing, your brain starts to create that scenario in your head and it triggers the fight or flight states. Then you're likely turning feelings into things. Pay attention to your language. There's a big difference between saying I'm feeling anxious and I have anxiety. When you turn a fleeting feeling into a thing, you're telling your mind that this is who I am, this is my identity. You've hypnotized yourself into believing it's an unchangeable object rather than a passing wave. Then there's the negative mantra. Repetition is the key to deep trance. If you wake up in the morning and think to yourself, today is going to be exhausting, you've just programmed your reticular activating system to find evidence of tiredness and tiredness-inducing tasks. You're literally ordering a bad day from the menu of your mind. So how do you de-hypnotize yourself? First, you need to break the pattern. The moment you catch yourself having a negative or anxiety-inducing thought, stand up, splash water on your face, change your position in some way. You have to break the physical loop to stop the mental trance. Shift the language, change what you're telling yourself. Instead of saying, I have anxiety, say, I'm experiencing a moment of tightness. I'm experiencing a moment of increased energy. It's much harder for you to stay hypnotized if you use temporary sensations as opposed to permanent labels. Flip the script. Instead of looking for things to go wrong, look for things to go right. Ask yourself, what if it goes perfectly? Even if you don't believe it, you're forcing your brain to use a different set of neural pathways. Once you understand how you've been actively or accidentally hypnotizing yourself, you start to understand how these language patterns influence your interactions with others. This is exactly why I wrote my book and created the course Hypnotic Conversations, The Art of Everyday Influence. I break down how to stop being a passive participant in your own mind and how to become an intentional communicator with yourself and everyone else. We look at ethical influence, how to guide conversations towards positive outcomes, building deep rapport, understand the psychological mechanisms that people actually use to make important decisions. Reframe the narrative the same way you're learning or you've learned from this video how to reframe your own feelings. You're going to learn how to reframe objections and challenges in your personal and professional life. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a coach, a parent who wants to have better communication with their children, the book and the course are going to be a game changer. I've put the link to them in the description below. Remember, you're a powerful creator of your internal reality. The same tools you've been using to create anxiety, you can use them intentionally to create peace and positively influence everyone around you. Stop being the victim of your own suggestions. Become the one who gives the orders. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching and goodbye.